a Baltimore teacher flaunting how she is indoctrinating students on TikTok. While doing a little dance, the teacher joked that she was fired for it and then said, "Put the taxes in the bag." And in New York City, a man was arrested for punching a police officer after confronting protesters of Drag Queen Story Hour at an iconic New York City public library. Meanwhile, conservative faith-based kids' book like Kirk Cameron, As You Grow, are being denied the same story hour slots at public libraries across the nation. I'm not only concerned about the double standard, but we're talking about kids that are this event was ages 3 to 9 years old, and they're talking about these drag queens. It's just so much, Jackie. And parents, why can't they control and be the primary drivers of what their kids get to experience?
A lot of parents want to be, and they're not comfortable with it. And when you have a conversation about these events, you have to take into account what happened in Florida, for example. It was branded as "Don't Say Gay" by, the bill by Ron DeSantis there. It really wasn't about that. It wasn't about gay or lesbian or anything else. It was just about the fact that parents should have some input on the curriculum and what their children are learning in school. And that children of small ages shouldn't be exposed to any kind of sexual education, really, because
100%.
they're so able to be influenced at that age. And so I know a lot of parents who are angry about this. Some of them left New York, some of them went to places like Florida, but there are a lot still here that have their kids in private schools, and they complain about it every day, but they don't do anything about it until parents start to take a little action as well and boycott some of these schools or boycott the curriculum a little bit. I mean, I know it's hard, and I know parents, when they spoke up at school board meetings, they get crushed for it when they say they're against critical race theory, but parents have to continue to fight the fight. Otherwise, this is the situation that their kids are going to be in. That's what they're going to be learning.
Gianna, watch this clip. This is Kirk Cameron, super nice guy, wrote a book, a clean book. He tried to get some time to talk about his book and read this book, but look what happened.
One public library said, no, you cannot read your book at our library because we are a queer-friendly library and our messaging doesn't align. And I'm thinking, with love, with kindness, with gentleness, kids could really use those values today. You'd think that their messaging should align with those things, but apparently they don't. They said you can fill out a form, you can reserve space, but we will not run your program.
And the key, public library, this is supposed to be open to everyone. It shouldn't make a difference. But I'm going to bring up something that I recently saw, this Netflix documentary with Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. He said something very interesting in it. He said, as a dad and as parents, I think consent is really key piece to this, that if you have children, it should be your consent as to what you share. I mean, Prince Harry, absolutely. I think a lot of people agree with that, and I hope some people pick that up. But I got to tell you, as someone who's not married, who hope to one day get married and have children, I'm really discouraged by what I see in our society, what I see our kids are learning these days. And it makes a lot of people feel very, very uncomfortable that you won't be able to control what they're taking in, because issues like sex, I learned when I was 13 or 14 in school and some before with my parents. You're not supposed to be exposing kids to this. And I'm going to tell you, I was looking at this Pew Research study, and it said 44% of non-parents age 18 to 49 say they're unlikely to have children. And I think some of the things that are going on in our society, you look at the Balenciaga ad, is definitely leading people to that.
Tomi?
Well, a part of that also is parents that want to speak up, but they know that the moment that they do, they will be called a name and they will be given a label. And in Florida, maybe you're okay with that. But when you're in a big city, a blue city like Los Angeles or New York City, which is what just happened with this drag queen story hour, parents want to say something, but they also don't want their kids' friends' parents to look at them and say, oh, that person's a bigot, that person's intolerant, that person is anti-gay. Has nothing to do with being anti-gay, anti-LGBT. It has everything to do with the fact that this is inappropriate.
Right.
I'm only 30 years old, but we didn't have drag queen story hour when I was in elementary school. We didn't learn about any of this stuff.
No, everything doesn't need to be sexualized.
No.
Everything doesn't need to be politicized. And if you're talking about 3-year-olds, for goodness sake, have some decency out there.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.